with BRICS nations heading towards economy based on tangible assets, the whole scenario is about to change. We have an economy based on debt, which is no longer sustainable. With the dollar getting weaker by each day, we just see a digital transformation that virtually every single BRICS nation has connections with Ripple. If we're talking about NDAs, then we could actually go deeper, but the reality is that every BRICS nation is connected with Ripple. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ripple is gonna assume a role similar to what the IMF has done in the last decades to somehow become like a World Bank institution, leveraging the digital asset XRP, which is set to dissolve the global debt. A $10,000 prediction might sound unrealistic, but 10,000 is just the parameter that we have nowadays. By dissolving the global debt, there can be a whole change in the paradigm of the financial system. So the US dollar might not be the index anymore. So when we're talking about a $10,000 XRP, as it was discussed in the past, it's just to give an idea of value. That's how I see it. And it's highly possible that in the future, we're not going to measure XRP with US dollar anymore, as we know that BRICS nations are accelerating the de-dollarization process. So we might have an index of an ounce of gold, for example. So that's might explain the high prices for XRP when you have to dissolve the global debt. With XRP, that could be the solution for the liquidity crisis. And Ripple knows that there will be a liquidity crisis. That's how XRP is going to become universally adopted and become a world bridge currency and also reserve currency, which happens to be held in substantial amounts by central banks around the world. When you have a look at the XRP escrow, it's a healthy speculation that the escrow might no longer be in possession of Ripple, in my opinion. Some institution like the IMF, perhaps the World Bank or the Bank of International Settlements, it's not easy to understand the real value of XRP.